This might be the most intense book about in-home caretaking I've ever read. This book is about an obsessed and mentally ill superfan, survival, and a great example of why work from home is still unmatched. Today we're talking about Misery. Misery focuses on two people mainly. Paul Sheldon, who is a famous, well-renowned author for his Misery series, and his number one fan, rescuer, and resident strongwoman, Annie Wilkes. Paul is taken in after a horrible car accident and nursed relatively back to health by Annie over the course of months and months and months. Throughout his stay, Paul quickly begins to realize just about how unhinged Annie is. He comes to learn that she has a dark past as a nurse who loves killing as much as she enjoys force-feeding soup from dirty mop buckets. Now, this was my introduction to Stephen King novels. It was kind of popped into my head as something that I wanted to read because Misery, the movie adaptation, starring James Caan, is one of my all-time favorite movies. This book, despite only focusing on two people for a great majority of the time, it never slows down. There's a constant tension that just does not leave the room, so to speak. You are left wondering, especially after someone who has previously watched the film, you kind of understand like where it's going to go, or at least you think you do. But even if you've seen the movie, the way that Stephen King writes this still kind of has you wondering if Paul's going to actually make it out of this situation. It is bleak. It is way more bleak than the movie. It's a rough read. For instance, in the movie, there's one part where Annie hobbles Paul Sheldon, where she takes a sledgehammer and she cracks both of his feet using a sledgehammer and a board. So much more rough to read. Minor spoilers here. She doesn't break his ankles. She straight up saws that fucking thing off. Like, there's nothing left. Leaves it in a bucket for him. This brutal scene lasts pages, and it leaves you as a reader feeling hopeless. Like, there's no way that Paul is possibly getting out of this situation. And there's like a few times where you think like he's about to get out of it. There might be a small glimmer of hope, but then that glimmer of hope is then attacked and ran over by a lawnmower in the form